Okay, we're going to look at set number 3, 4, and 5. So number 3 is pretty simple. So our first goal is to look at both sides. So again, we have the left oxygen, the right oxygen. So reactants and products. We have a total of 2 here, and we have a total of 3 here. So this one here, we're kind of looking at the least common denominator. Hold on a second. All right, let's get back to this. So easy problem. We want to get both sides to be the same. So we want both of these to be the same number. One way to do this, and I'll show you guys kind of a trick for this, we can use decimals or fractions to kind of help us out with this. So we can't multiply by a whole number to get this, but we can do a decimal. So we can do times 1.5. And if we do 1.5 in the front, this would be 1.5 times 2. This would give us 3. But the problem is we can't leave this as a decimal. So the idea behind this is we can multiply the whole thing by 2. So if we had 1.5 and 1 here, we multiply these by 2, we would get the same thing on these. So effectively, we'd get something that looks like 2 times 1.5. We get 302, would give us 202. So this would be one way to do it. Another way to look at it was just to see that 6 is going to be the lowest common denominator. So if we had something like this, it's another way to see this. This is a useful skill to use for some of the combustion problems that we're going to be looking at later. But another way to look at this one here is just saying that I want both of these to be the same. So both numbers we can make 6. So I know I can multiply this by some number gets 6. I can multiply this by some number gets 6. So we don't necessarily need them to be equal to we don't need both of these to be the equal to 2 or 3. We just need to be equal to the same number. So in this case, we put a 3 here. 3 times 2 would give us 6. So 2 times 3 would give us 6, and 3 times 2 would give us 6. So this would be 3 and 2. So 2 different ways to look at this. All right, let's look at the next one. Here we have Mg, H, and Cl. On the other side, Mg, H, and Cl. Okay, if we're counting this up, Mg is 1, 2, and 2. So 1, 2, and 2. On this side here, we have 1, 1, and 1. So if we look at this one here, it's pretty simple. The only thing that we need to change is the H and the Cl. And when we've changed one, we're going to change both of them. So to make both these 2, we'll put a 2 in front. Again, this is going to multiply out. So 2 and 2 would make this work. So 1 Mg on both sides, 2 H's, and 2 Cl's. So again, if we're looking at coefficients, we could put a 1, we could leave them out, but 1, 2, 1, 1 would be the correct coefficients. All right, let's look at the last one. So here we have S, O, and this side we have S and O. So here we have 1 S and 3 O's. So again, our split's going to be here. So 1 S and 3 O's. And then on this side, we have 1 S here. We have 2 O's and 2 O's. So it's split. So if we're looking at this, we want both sides to be the same. We have a total of 4 here, and we have a total of 3. So one trick for this, 2's are always going to give you an even number. So we want to make this even. So one trick for this is we can just kind of take a stab at this and multiply this by 2 to give us an even number. So if we put a 2 in front, this is going to multiply both these by 2. So we get 6, we get 2. And the reason why the 6 helps us is now we look at this one, we can go and fix this side because we can multiply one of these by 2. That would give us 4. 4 plus 2 would give us 6. And in fact, this is exactly what we'll do. So if we put the 2 in front, that's going to multiply both of these. So we get times 2 is 2. So this both matches up. And then this will multiply by 2. So we get 4. And then we add these 2 together. So this would give us a total of 6, which matches the other side. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully somebody watches this. So like or comment or subscribe. I don't know. All right, there you guys go.